Welcome to the MAGA Meltdown, the show where we take a look at the craziest, funniest, and weirdest videos from the MAGAverse. My name is AG and I'll be your host. Let's get right to it. Well, folks, summer is here and the MAGAverse is heating up. And no, that's not Donnie's full diaper you're smelling. That is grade A, certified MAGA bullshit.
What does Make America Great Again mean? When was America last great?
When he was in office.
But we were so divided as a country.
That was started with Obama. You know, Obama started that trash, putting it in there, racism and all that. Ain't no racism. Everybody gets along, but the media, you know.
But you're saying there's no racism?
There's racism, but it's not as bad as they say it is. You know what I mean? Everybody respects each other.
Isn't it easy for us to say as two white guys that the racism isn't as bad?
I deal with Yo, that ain't right. You don't need that nonsense. But I have black friends. I have Puerto Rican friends. I get along with everybody. You know, I'm not an entitled white. You know what I mean? I've struggled all my life. You know what I mean? Just because of my skin color doesn't mean I'm a...
No, I'm just saying to say that there's no racism or there is.
Everybody gets along. You know what I mean? It started with Obama. You know, he was the first black president, and then all of a sudden America's racist. Come on. How would he become president if he was a racist?
I mean, America was racist, and then they had the Civil Rights Bill, and LBJ signed it, and that was supposed to be the end of it, too. So, I mean, it didn't start with President Obama, right?
Yeah, but LBJ was no good either. You know what I mean? Yeah, they killed Kennedy.
So LBJ killed Kennedy.
Yeah, he had a part in it. Yes, sir.
Nothing says there is no more racism like blaming the only black president America has ever had. And though this gentleman did assure us that he has black friends, I'm not sure that means we have defeated racism once and for all. But don't worry, African Americans. Next time you get pulled over for some shit, just notify the officer. There's no need to be racist because we have solved it. And if someone says some dumb, racist shit to you, remember, it's not their fault for being ignorant. It's Obama's fault for having the hubris to think he should be elected to the highest office in the country. I am sure this man listened to a couple tracks from Fellatio Blow and Tom MacDonald, and now he feels like he understands black culture better than they do. Tupac and Biggie are rolling in their goddamned graves. But speaking of dead people, who would have known that LBJ was the second gunman on the grassy knoll? These people have more crazy stories than a crackhead on a corner trying to sell you a TV without a cord. It's kind of wild to diss the first black president in American history and the guy who signed in the Civil Rights Act of 1964 while supporting a guy that tried to have 5 black men killed for a crime they didn't commit, all while telling a reporter that Trump and his supporters aren't racist.
We're going to agree that we're going to run a good Christian foundation campaign, and we're going to treat each other well, and we're going to get through this together, right? That's unity.
Meet Arizona Republican Shelby Bush. The number 2 GOP leader in Maricopa County claims to be a Christian, and yet...
But if Stephen Richer walked in this room, I would lynch him.
She would lynch him?
I don't unify with people who don't believe in the principles we believe in and the American cause that founded this country.
The man she is referring to, Stephen Richer, is also a Republican. He's running for re-election as county recorder, but the American principles Richer believes in include democracy and facts.
And what will you do to ensure future elections are safe, secure, and accurately reflect the votes of the people who are legitimate registered voters?
I do not believe the 2020 election was stolen, and we
Hold on a second. Now we're lynching my ginger people? Come on, man. We make up less than 1% of the world's population. We don't even have enough members to be considered a threat. With those numbers, we are actually going to be asking the trans community to protect us. I would like to formally request that it now be known as the lesbian, bisexual, ginger, and trans community. Sorry, gay people. There is way more of you out there, and the sun was already trying to kill us in Arizona. We don't need a bunch of old white Republicans trying to run us down in their golf carts to try to string us up from the nearest cactus. This man's first mistake was moving to a place where the sun murders over 600 people a year. His second mistake was telling people in the Republican Party he didn't want to join their cult. At this point, the only thing that may save that man is shouting a homophobic slur at the next well-dressed man he sees.
Stormy Daniels? You're with Stormy Daniels? You believe everything the media says? Are you an idiot?
That's a strange response to what I said. I'm asking you. I want you to teach me. I'm an idiot. I want you to teach me.
I don't think you're capable of being taught.
So tell me, is there a two-tier justice system?
Is there a two-tier justice system? Does a bear poop in the woods? Is there a two-tier?
So presumably,
is there a two-tier justice
so-
system? Does the sun come out in the morning? Is the Lake?
I'm walking you down a path.
One more, and then you. Is Lake Michigan wet?
That would mean that Biden presumably is weaponizing the justice system to benefit himself, right?
Oh my gosh, that's the smartest thing you've said since you talked to me.
Awesome. So then he's weaponizing it against his own son because his own son was just convicted?
Oh, he was convicted of little charges.
They could send him to prison for years.
Oh, could they? See, they're going to use that and say, look, the justice system is legitimate because Hunter was found guilty.
And then what about a Democrat?
What about enough to fall for that shit?
What about Democratic?
Look at this guy's not a reporter. He's an argumentative opinion editorial.
And what would that make you?
You probably have 12 viewers on your gay little channel. You're probably a homosexual yourself. You should probably go hang out with the rest of the Democrats. Why are you here, you little bitch?
Ooh.
Hey, hold on. How about 10% to the big guy? 10% to the big guy. 10% to the big guy. In the emails, it says 10% to the big guy, and the big guy is, of course, Joe Biden, and the emails were sent to Hunter. The emails were sent to Hunter, and they say 10% to the big guy.
So the best thing you have against Biden is something
Go
that's...
back to your 12 followers on YouTube. You act like you have a thing here. You're a nobody.
Loser, liberal, homo.
It feels like there's a certain type of person that the Trump cult attracts, and though they seem to really hate people that aren't like themselves, it also feels like they are trying to convince the world they aren't what they claim to hate, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, that's the smartest thing you've said since you talked to me.
It's always projection with these people, and I just want to say we are open to all people, regardless of gender, ethnicity, religion, or sexuality. Also, we have cake. So at this point, if you are playing bigot bingo, you can mark off minorities, the first black president, gay people, and even gingers. But if you thought the Trump cult wasn't going to bat 1,000 in the World Series of bigotry and hate, boy, do I have news for you.
Him saying he was going to grab a woman, nobody cared, dude.
Why didn't that bother you when he said he's going to grab women by the pussy?
Because I'm a fucking man, and that's how men talk.
They say they want to sexually assault women?
No, he did say he wanted to sexually assault women. When men are by themselves, they talk about girls all the time, dude. I'm not saying they talk about them bad or that, this or that. I'm just saying that's how it is.
I think what shocked people there is that he said when you're famous, you can do whatever you want to women. And he's just saying he could just grab them even without consent.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's not okay to do.
Right.
But I never heard him charged with ever doing that.
Well, he was found liable in court with the E. Jean Carroll case.
I don't care about E. Jean Carroll either, dude.
Whether it's racism, homophobia, or misogyny, these people cover all the bases. They're like little bigoted Pokemon that haven't quite evolved, and the good liars are gonna catch them all. But if you think any of this is going to stop people from voting for Trump, check out this video, where Jordan Klepper asks the cult members if they are willing to vote for a felon. Thanks for watching, and remember, get educated and get out and vote.